You told yourself you'd start today. Again. And the worst part? You're not lazy. You're not broken. Your brain is just doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect you from pain. Today, I'm going to show you why everything you've been taught about discipline is wrong and what actually works.
Lesson 1. Stop making the goal so big. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. The reason you keep quitting isn't the work, it's the size of the work. The second your brain hears 2 hours of studying every day, or I'm going to the gym every morning, it panics. It sees a mountain, and mountains are scary.
You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're mentally terrified before you even start. Here's the thing about your brain. It runs on one rule: avoid pain, find comfort. Big goals feel like a threat, so it sends you straight to distractions. Suddenly, your phone is fascinating. Facebook feels urgent. You convince yourself the dishes need to be done right now. Sound familiar? Now, try this. Instead of 50 push-ups a day, just do 2. Sounds ridiculous, right? But your brain won't fight you on it. It can't. 2 push-ups is so small it's embarrassing to say no to. And here's where it gets interesting. Most people who start doing 2 push-ups don't stop at 2, because starting was always the hardest part. Once you're moving, momentum takes over. That's the magic. Make the habit so small that avoiding it becomes harder than doing it. This applies to everything: studying, building a business, learning a skill, going to the gym. Small entry, consistent action, big results over time. Drop a physical fist in the comments if you've talked yourself out of starting something this week. I promise, you're not alone. Lesson 2. Stop waiting for the right mood. Let me ask you something honest. How many times have you said, "I'll start when I'm in the right headspace"? How's that been working out? Here's the reality. Mood is a liar. It changes like the weather. Some days you wake up fired up. Most days you don't. And if your progress depends on how you feel, you'll spend half your life just waiting. The people who get ahead aren't always more motivated than you. They're just not using motivation as a permission slip. They show up on the bad days. They show up tired. They show up when they'd rather be doing literally anything else. And here's the wild part. The motivation you've been waiting for, it comes after you start, not before. Think about the last time you dragged yourself to the gym, hating every second of the walk there, but by the end of the workout, you felt incredible. That's not a coincidence. That's how humans are wired. Action creates energy. Waiting kills it. So next time you don't feel like it, don't wait for the feeling. Just start. Even badly, even slowly. 5 minutes of bad work beats 0 minutes of perfect planning. Because a writer who waits for inspiration might go months without writing, but a writer who sits down every day, good mood or bad, becomes unstoppable. What's the one thing you keep putting off because you're not in the mood? Tell me below. Let's call it out together.
Lesson 3. Make the action easier, not yourself stronger. People always try to fix their discipline, but discipline isn't the problem. Your environment is. Imagine you want to work out every morning, but your shoes are buried in the closet, your gym clothes are in the laundry, your water bottle is empty, and your room looks like a tornado hit it. Before you've done a single rep, you're already exhausted. Your brain didn't fail you, your setup did. Smart people don't rely on willpower. They engineer their environment so that doing the right thing is easier than not doing it. Put your running shoes by the door. Set your book on your pillow. Put your phone in a different room. Keep the healthy food at eye level in the fridge. You're not building discipline. You're removing the friction that kills it.
Here's a simple test. If your good habit requires more than 2 steps to start, it's too complicated. Reduce the steps. Watch the habit stick. The most productive people aren't grinding on willpower 24/7. They've just designed their day so the right actions happen almost automatically. What's one tiny change to your environment that could make your biggest goal easier? Share it. I read every single one.
Lesson 4. Give it a fixed time or it'll never happen. Here's a pattern you've probably lived. You decided to start something. You didn't pick a time, and it never happened because other stuff filled the space. Your brain doesn't protect things with no schedule. Life does not leave empty slots sitting around waiting for your new habit. If it doesn't have a time, it doesn't have a life.
Here's what works. Attach your new habit to something that already happens every day. You already eat breakfast. You already brush your teeth. You already walk to your car. Stack your new habit right after one of those. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll open my book for 10 minutes. After I brush my teeth at night, I'll do 5 minutes of journaling. Your brain loves patterns. Once an action gets linked to an existing trigger, it stops feeling like effort. It just becomes part of the flow. Consistency isn't about willpower. It's about timing. Lesson 5. Stop thinking about the whole mountain. Here's what kills most goals. People look too far ahead. I have to do this for months. What if I can't keep it up? What if I fail? Your brain can't handle that. No brain can. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple. Only think about today. Not the next 6 months, not the whole chapter, not the full transformation. Just, what's the one thing I can do right now? One day is manageable. One day is always doable. And here's the beautiful part. When you string enough just todays together, you look back and realize you've done something incredible. A marathon runner doesn't think about mile 26 when they're on mile 2. They think about the next step, then the next. You are allowed to take it one day at a time. In fact, that's the only way it actually works.
Lesson 6. Miss a day? Good. Now come back. This one changed everything for me. Everyone misses a day. Everyone. The question is, what do you do next? Most people spiral. They miss one workout and then it becomes a week. They miss one study session and convince themselves the streak is dead, so why bother? That's not failure. That's just the all or nothing trap, and it's the #1 habit killer.
Here's the rule that actually works. Never miss twice. Miss a day? Fine. Life happened. Come back tomorrow. The habit doesn't break from one missed day. It breaks from the story you tell yourself about that missed day. Don't make it dramatic. Don't beat yourself up. Don't wait for the right time to restart. Just quietly show back up.
Consistency isn't about being perfect. Consistency is about how fast you return. The most disciplined people in the world aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who never stay down. Have you ever quit something good because of one bad day? Tell me about it below. I want to know I'm not the only one. Lesson 7. Make your progress visible. Here's a painful truth. Your brain will not stay motivated for something it can't see. If you're putting in effort, but you have no record of it, no proof, your mind will convince you nothing is working. But when you track it, even something as simple as an X on a calendar, everything changes. That little X is not just an X, it's proof. It's evidence that you showed up, and your brain loves evidence. After a few days of X's, something shifts psychologically. You don't want to break the chain. Not because someone's watching, because you're watching. You start seeing yourself differently. Not as someone who's trying to be disciplined, as someone who is disciplined. And identity is the most powerful behavior driver there is. Track your workouts, count your pages, mark your days, keep a note on your phone. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be visible. Because the moment you can see your progress, quitting feels like a much bigger deal. Lesson 8. Make it fun or it won't last. Here's the final piece, and honestly, the most underrated one. You can have the best system in the world, but if the thing you're doing feels like punishment every single time, you will eventually stop. The human brain chases pleasure. That's not weakness, that's biology. So if you're trying to build a habit, make it enjoyable, even a little bit. Save your favorite podcast for when you clean. Play the music you love during your workout. Treat yourself to a good coffee while you study. Sit in a spot that makes you feel good. You're not bribing yourself.
You're training your brain to associate effort with something it enjoys. Over time, that habit stops feeling hard. It starts feeling like something you get to do. Here's what I want you to take away from this. You don't need more willpower. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You don't need to wait until January 1st. You just need one small action. Today. Make it tiny. Make it automatic. Show up when you don't feel like it. Come back when you miss a day. Track what you're doing and make it something you can actually enjoy. That's it. That's the whole system.